Hello and welcome back to another episode of If You Like This Fragrance, You Might Like These 5 Others. It's a recommendations show based on the fact that you like a certain fragrance and I want to give you 5 different alternatives. So there's 5 categories here. The first one is a straight up clone of said fragrance. The second one is an alternative with a twist. The third is a note sibling, so we take the most prominent note from that fragrance and twin it with another. The next category is a further adventure, so you've had this fragrance, where do you go from there? And the final category is the wild card. That is a fragrance that maybe 50-50 you'll like it, or 50-50 you won't. So today we're doing Dolce Gabbana's The One EDP. I actually have the original Dolce Gabbana The One not on me at the moment. That's at my folks' house and I can't see them at the moment for obvious reasons. But I've had samples of the EDP and it is somewhat similar structured to the original one, but with just a little bit more strength and a little bit more amber. So with straight up clones, there are a few. There's one of the dual ones that has the one clone and they sort of do an EDP one as well. But actually, after doing lots of research, the ones that were the most consistently reviewed, rated, and talked about highly were the perfume parlor ones. You can basically just search on Google Dolce Gabbana The One EDP perfume parlor, and I'll set a link in the description for you. And now we get to the second category, and that's an alternative with a twist. And I would bring you to Givenchy's Gentleman EDP Boise. This has got a striking resemblance to the One EDP. It's got that similar amber woody warmth that the fragrance has, but this has got the note of iris. And iris is a very, very versatile note. You can get a very clean, soft, fluffy iris, which is known to be in fragrances like Dior Almond, Dior Intense. But then there's the sort of woodier, I call it like pencil shavings. I don't know if you went to school and you had pencils, I don't know. I did back in the 90s, but you'd have pencils, you'd have a pencil sharpener, and you'd get that very sort of rustic, warm shavings coming out with the lead, or whatever it was. I think it was lead. I hope it's not lead now. But all of that together, it was kind of like a woody, metallic-like smell that came out of the pencil sharpener. That's the type of iris that you get, so it's floral, but it's also quite scratchy. This is a great fragrance. I've been wearing this a lot. I've been talking about it recently. There's only 50 millilitres available in the UK at the moment, prominently. Not many 100 millilitres. But I think that I can safely say that if you enjoy Dolce & Gabbana The One EDP, this could be something that you could maybe resonate with. However, if you don't like that pencil sharpenery iris, then that might not work out for you. But this is very good, get some good feedback, and yeah, Givenchy usually create fragrances that are well liked and have a mass appeal, so yeah, this could be good. So now we go to note sibling, as in what is the most prominent note, or one of the more prominent notes, and let's pair that up with another fragrance. There are quite a variety with the One EDP, but the one that I'm going to look at today is tobacco. And I'm thinking about, if you like the EDP, you want something that is definitely tobacco-y but still has that sort of sweet woody element. So the answer is kind of obvious really when you think about it. It's 1 Million Privé. This is a wonderful tobacco fragrance. Something that is very warming, something that's very, very easy to wear, and it's got the fruity excitement of the original 1 Million. This is a little bit more extroverted, let's say, than the One EDP. It's a little bit more confident, it's a lot bolder, but the main thing with this is that you've got this good resinous tobacco, but you also have a lot of sweet, deep, fruity accords mixed in with some wood and cinnamon. And so that put together is something that is confident, fun, and yeah, definitely if you enjoy the One EDP, this is something that you could go towards. Further adventure, there are 2 that come to mind. One is probably more obvious than the other, and the obvious one to me would be Jazz Club. If you like the One EDP, then there's a really good chance, I think, that you would like Jazz Club by Maison Margiela. It's a very similar texture. It's a balsamic, warm, woody texture that's in Jazz Club, and it's got that same sort of timidness in a way. The One EDP is a great and lovely fragrance, but it's a little bit timid. It's quite unassuming, it's quite mild-mannered, which is kind of a niche within itself with designer fragrances, especially now that designer fragrances are pretty obnoxious with their sweetness. Jazz Club has that same sort of vibe of, just relax, just chill out. Of course, it is based on chilling out in a jazz club, so it would hopefully have to have that. But yeah, those are two definitive things. Jazz Club is warm and woody and ambery, and it's just got that overall same vibe and texture. The second one is Frapan 1270, and Frapan 1270 is kind of like pure malt mixed in with Dolce Gabbana The One and the One EDP, and you add a fresh slice of pineapple into it. So it's got a bit of a booziness, it's got a bit of a cognac feel, and it's got that warmth and that ambery woody smell that is quite mild-mannered and subdued, but that pineapple and alcohol element, it's kind of like Dolce and Gabbana The One EDP went out for a pretty good night out, went on a stag do or something. That's what it's like. The Frapan 1270 is indeed like the One EDP went out on a stag do. And finally, my wild card would probably be Enigma Parfum Cologne by Roger Dove, which is an excellent fragrance, just an excellent fragrance. It's got the similar elements of the warm, woody, wonderful element that I've been talking about that's prevalent within the One EDP, but this is a lot more expensive, quality through the roof. It's got this kind of cola vibe that people talk about. It's kind of like cola and this really nice woodiness that's like a white wood, sandalwood smell. It doesn't smell exactly like the One EDP, but you can tell that it's in the same kind of genre, it's in the same family, but this is a lot more richer, and it's a lot more striking, and it's a lot more confident and tremendously assertive. The only thing with the One EDP is, as I've said, it's fine, but it's not really attention grabbing as much as, say, something like Enigma, which is powerful and incredibly strong with projection. This will cost you a lot more, a hell of a lot more than the One EDP. But if you really want to have the biggest upgrade possible, then yeah, Enigma's fantastic. And I think that if you do enjoy, I think that even though this is the wild card, I think that this is probably one of the safer wild cards that I could have picked for this fragrance. But it's a phenomenal fragrance, absolutely fantastic, rich and powerful. It's addictive and intoxicating, so I checked this out. So there you have it. Those are my 5 recommendations if you really like the One EDP by Dolce and Gabbana. Hope that you got something from this video. Hope that you got some great information. And if you did, then hit that like button and press subscribe, because I think that this is a reasonably good series. Let me know. This is a relatively new series. What do you think about it? I'm quite happy with it so far. Anyway, I'm the Fragrance Sprays. Thanks so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.